Hey YouTube, welcome back to UniXTCG, and today we are here for another OP02 match on camera. I want to say thank you very much for the people that donated for this new rig. I think it worked out really well, and you'll be able to see the new angle as well as the new stability, so thank you for that. I will give a special shout out at the end, and then from here on out, it's just going to be a credit scene. I did want to give credits earlier, however, I'm just doing all this on the fly. Like, we're making videos day by day right now, doing a gajillion things. We've got the release of OP02 today with the Black Starter decks. Got to pick those up. Maybe do a unboxing video, and then we're saving 2 of those for our next giveaway in April, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, just wanted to say, just like usual, if you want to join the Unix fam, all you gotta do is go down and like the video, hit that subscribe button, click the notification button, and yeah, like, comment on the video so it trends. We've been doing really well, and we're just gonna keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. We also have a Discord where a lot of stuff gets popping, and we talk and we sell and we trade and all sorts of things. So with that being said, let's hop into this match. Today, this game will be OP02 Ivankov versus OP02 Kaido. So, let's get into it. All right. So, yeah, we basically got blue Ivankov versus purple Kaido. And you guys have seen Ivankov on stream. Well, I say on stream, on cam a little bit. However, it is a very tempo-based aggro deck. It kind of just goes in. You can counter aggressively in the defense because you're going to be cycling through a lot of your cards, whereas Kaido is still doing the same thing. It's just the engine has changed. So Kaido is going to still be one of the high roll monsters. Its late game is crucial, and one of the biggest plays it can do is cruising into the late game while being able to clear the board and then reestablish control. So Ivankov's job this game is to pressure as hard as possible and hopefully push it to the point where it can't safely 10 drop Kaido, and then proceed to keep pushing. So we both put our hands back. I was looking for the rock. I think I just saw it on the final card, so I got very lucky there. And I also have queen in hand. I can see that. So I have queen and Onigashima Island. He starts off with a buggy looking at top 5. A lot of shuffling going on. That's why I'm glad we know that sound. He's gonna choose an Ivankov. I said it before. The best curve for this deck is for them to go straight up into turn 1 buggy. Going first, turn 1 buggy. Turn 2 Doflamingo blocker, searching top or checking top 5 and rearranging them into turn 4. Turn 4 stage, and then going into a 4-drop blocker. And then the next turn, deleting the entire hand outside of the card you want to drop with Ivankov, and then going off with Ivankov. So that's like the perfect curve, and you're going to see right here, the deck is still very consistent in getting it. He knows that he needs to pressure my hand because I am Kaido. I'll likely be dropping a 2K, and I know that his board gets so out of hand that I want to be at a healthy life total when I can 10 drop. So we're going to take that first damage, and then see where he goes next. He is starting out to get a perfect curve, and seeing this Doflamingo will likely get him into the next curve, or the next part of his perfect curve. So he's going to have a quick rearrange, pass it on to me. We're going to go up to 4, and we are going to chuck a leader swing at him. Now, granted, yes, I could have gone up to 6, but Ivankov will just destructively combo anyway. See, right there, if I went up to 6, it just would have happened with the Mihawk anyway. So we're going to play Onigashima Island, get our Rested Dawn, and then we're going to keep one up for the Blast Breath that's in hand, just in case things get froggy. Once again, playing Newcomer Island, drawing, trashing a card that he won't be able to use for turns that can get in the way of the hand. And then he's thinking about what he wants to don first, right? And these are some things we're gonna have to like talk about, but we do talk through some of the plays as we're playing. But at this point, just going through this, realizing that who's who is a thing that could come off the deck, he's going to reassess. So yes, 3 Dawn under Buggy, making him a 5k. That's going to draw a 2k for me, a Sadie. And then he's going to swing, again, 5k with Doflamingo blocker. And then swinging in with Ivankov. This is actually very good. 3 5k swings is just going to put a lot of pressure on my hand. Pressure that I don't want to see. Afterwards, I'm going to have to take one. I just simply don't have the counter power in hand, and I don't want to use a Blast Breath on a 5k, not right now. So we're going to go up on Dawn. And the first thing we're going to do is just rip a Queen. Well, after attacking, I suppose. So we're going to swing on the Buggy to get that out of the way. We don't want more pressure out. Onigashima for one more. We could have swung on the Dofi, but with like 4 cards in hand, there's no way that Dofi survived. Or no way that Dofi wasn't surviving. So I decided to swing on the Buggy instead of taking attacker off the board. Tapping 5 to go into Queen. Getting another Onigashima Island and a Kurozumi blocker. And afterwards, we are going to contemplate our decisions. Tapping 1 for the Hannibal. Take 5 cards up. And hitting an unfortunate whiff on any Impel down cards. That was kind of a blow. We played a card and did not get it to break even. It actually just went -1. It happens, but you hate to see it. So he's going to use his field card. Discarding from that. After reminding to tap the field card. So we're going to combo a 1k out of a hand to get that out. And then, of course, he's going to Ivankov into... There we go. There's the golden combo. I did say that I had to remind him to tap the field card. That is something you want to be sharp about. You don't want your opponent to shark you. You don't want your opponent to be using a field card like that. There we go. And accidentally just not tap it or maybe get double uses out of it. So I'm going up on energy. We are now at 10 Dawn, 1 of them rested. And his board is getting pretty scary. We want to fish, and there's nothing in blue right now that could really mess with us from the trigger. So we are just going to see our options before we continue our turn. And I believe next time I'll try to make sure the discard's closer on camera, but I did discard another Onigashima. And we kept a Sakaki. 2k. So we're going to swing for 6k this time at lead. He blocks it with a 2k. Play a Kurozumi blocker because I know he's going to be able to bounce a blocker with Luffy. Trying to bait that effect out if I can. He still is very healthy on life. I think he's still at 4. Meanwhile, I am at a very not healthy 3. I mean, it's still workable, but we're starting to get to some weird places because he's starting to build up his board. Still having 1 up for Blast Breath. I think we actually do have the ability to just walk through this turn. Swinging with Luffy, dropping 2 to bounce this blocker. He's definitely going to put more pressure on me. I have to put a blocker in the way, and I'm going to go into that and then go up to 8k. He didn't invest any Dawn in it, and that makes me wonder about his next plays. Now he's going to swing on the Queen, and I'm just going to have to let it go. I can't afford another 2K right now, especially when my life is starting to get lower and lower. And now he's going to swing at my life, and that's going to get the Blast Breath, me going from him swinging at a 7K. So then he's going to play another Ivankov, and he's going to draw 3 cards. Contemplating whether or not he should play something, but he's already moving his cards, so he's kind of hard committing. He is thinking, because he does have to play around the Kaido. Of course, I've seen 2 resolutions of Queen, but it's like this deck doesn't really have top 5 searchers, and he knows I whiffed, so I had to put 5 non-impel downs, meaning likely just animal pirates, beast pirates to the bottom. And he's seen that I've used 2 queens, so it's kind of a gamble. Have I seen that many cards? Not terribly, but he's gonna play the blocker and then pass. And so now with 4 cards in hand, he's gonna have to see if I actually have it. And we discussed while this is playing, he was like, it's a gamble, but he needs to press momentum before I get into the late game. He could have just drawn. No, he wouldn't have drawn. He would have had the Ivankov in hand. So I flopped the Kaido off the top, and this is kind of a joke. I was just like, wait, no, I'm not gonna use it yet. I can attack like at least once before getting this off. So I'm just gonna swing here. This is he ends up taking it, and then I was like, bro, like what? And he was just so tilted that I got it off the top. He was like, whatever. Now this is my one misplay. There's no reason why I should have swung with the Kaido beforehand. I just should have been the Queen. I should have swung with the Queen, but yeah, that's my mistake for the game. We're going to end up playing the 10 drop and blowing up the field. He is very, very salty that I just flipped it. And granted, I was being kind of a jerk. I did just show him that I got it. It wasn't like I was gracefully holding it. I got it off the top, and I showed her to get it off the top. So we're going to get my stuff off the field, use Onigashima, get this back. We should have pushed another card out of his hand with the Kaido, but that was my biggest misplay. So he's already, you saw him with the hands. He was like, come on, off the top. And I was like, off the top. So now we are going to be in the same position again. Yes, I have the board presence, but he still has a very healthy life total, and so we need to see how this ends up playing out. He's going to end up discarding Mr. 3. And while I'm tapped out, pushing at me for 8. I'll take that going down to 2. That scared me for a second. I thought he was going in for another Ivankov, but it's only a Luffy this time. So we are back up to 7 Dawn. We're gonna Onigashima real quick. Swinging with my leader. Wait. We're still kind of in a weird space. Trying to count out my Dawn, see what I want to do. We need to push game because he's at a very high left total, and I don't want to get caught on the back end. So we're swinging for 7, and he ends up taking that. Then we're going to swing for 12, and if he took 7, he's definitely taking 12. Then following that up with a Kurazumi blocker, leaving 3 up. If I'm not mistaken, I have a Blast Breath and a Hell's Judgment in hand, so this is going to be a very, very, very good turn for me. Defensively, at least. Might set me back some Dawn, but defensively, it's going to be a very good turn. So it's his 3 life to my 2. I have a better board than him. I feel like I'm pretty much in the lead right now. The Kaido was a devastating Kaido. discussing some more of the plays here. Right now, it's just a matter of momentum / tempo. I have 4 cards in hand, 3 up. He knows that Hell's Judgment is in play, so he's going to try to see what his options are. Of course, always see what cards you can draw for free before you make your plays, because that's going to influence what you do. See what you can do before you do it. Sorry, going across my mind, I'm very excited to have the black decks tomorrow. It is 6:21. In 6 hours, I will have the black decks and then everything completed. Sorry guys, I'm just really excited for this game. I love it. I love One Piece, love this game. So, his hand is actually kind of, I didn't realize his hand had it like that. Like, man's actually has plays. Not another Ivankov, that would be ballin', but. So this time 9 for the Mihawk. That is killer, yo. Then he's going to end up swinging with Luffy. And this is where you start to see why this card is so good. Why people run Impel down over film. You can search that with Hannibal, and I'm able to turn his leader into a 2K and his Luffy into a 4K. And that literally just ends his turn. That card is powerful. Now he's going to buggy, hopefully finding an Ivankov. Checking his hand just really quick. I see Inazuma blocker. I see Luffy. He's going to choose the Inazuma blocker. He's already got a Luffy on board and a Mihawk, so he's looking to protect his life total because you can't outswing. You can't outcounter Kaido, especially in a deck like this with a low hand size. So he's going to opt to try to block next turn. So we get our last Dawn back, and our hand is starting to get a little bit bigger. We're starting to finally see things again. We have a dead 7-drop king in hand, but it is what it is. Quick contemplation. So now we're gonna swing over here at Luffy. That just needs to happen. And we calculated it. We kind of saw he had 3 or 4 cards in hand. No, 4 cards in hand. And we saw these, got the Inazuma. So Inazuma plus 3 cards in hand. We had to make sure that we killed the Luffy. So we went up to 13 and swung at the Luffy. Of course, we got the Arabesque, or no, sorry, Arabesque. We got the Gum Gum Rain. So he would have been able to have Gum Gum Rain and 2 things. So if I stayed at 12, he would have been able to get to 13, because I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so he actually, well, 5, 6. So he had a 1K and a 2K and then that. So he would have been able to combo out of it and keep his Luffy, and I just didn't want that. I had the Dawn to go in on it again, but yeah, we're going to play Magellan, Stinky Magellan. I hate that card so much. Sorry. But we're going to play Magellan because we don't have much else to do with our Dawn this turn. And of course he puts the Dawn back and just gets it back. Just talking through some of his reasoning. The Mihawk was a very bad card for me to see. I think that was definitely a momentum shift, getting a blocker out of the way and adding a 9K onto the board. So I have to let him know what I've gotten. There's a Hell's Judgment, there's a Blast Breath. He's just working out his play while we're talking. He's going to drop a buggy. Now, I felt like this was a little sus. Hindsight might show me differently, but I think that was a little sus. So he's going to swing with buggy for 5K. I have to drop a 2K for that. We can't afford to go down lower. It's scary. Now he's thinking about what he should do. For a second, he thought about swinging with Mihawk on Kaido. And then he decided that this was just not the move. I agree. I would have just Blast Breath Kaido so fast, and then he would have lost a valuable swing. Now he's going to swing for another 9K with his leader. And this time I'll Blast Breath. And then I'll use the 1K I just got from my life. So I was very lucky I got a 1K instead of a blank. Otherwise that would have gone through too. TBH, if yeah, if I didn't get a 1K, I think I lost here, just because he would have 3 life to my 0, and then I see on board that he has like at least 2 more swings. So TBH, this could have been his game if I had just gotten one of Kaido's mini counterless cards. So we're gonna swing for 6 here just to see if we can bait something. He hits me with a 2. He's stopped 2 6K swings. Then what we're going to do is swing on Mihawk. Unfortunately for him, that 12K was enough to clear Mihawk. That's a full 4K need to go up. He didn't have it. Then I'm gonna play Kaido and blow up Buggy. And swing in for 10K. Alright, so he's down to 2 life now, and this is where we want to be. I have 3 swingers and he only has, 2. So this is a little unfortunate for him. He's untapping everything right now. This is a very bad position for a minute. It sucks that it all started from snowballing from literally just a random result, like a top deck 10-drop Kaido. Leave a comment and a like if you love this new rig. It's working well, and this is all thanks to you guys. So he's going to use Newcomer Island in order to check his top to make sure that he doesn't have any better options. And right now he only has 1 attack and he has to live next turn, so he is very much so kind of wondering what's going on. What should he do? It's a rough field to look at. Swinging at Magellan. I have to let Magellan go. He's just going to take off both Dom that he attached to Ivankov. Easy up. Make sure I don't have another swinger. Now he's going to activate Ivankov to draw and then play a blocker. And passing the turn over to me. So now, I feel pretty confident. We're going to be up to 7 Dawn. We have moves for this. So we're gonna get up to 7. No, 1, 2, 3, a little more than that. I think 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 or 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 Dawn. Start by using Onigashima. Putting 4 under Kaido and swinging for 9. 2 cards in hand, that's impossible. Magic numbers at play. So he's gonna have to check that life. So contemplating what to do, almost prematurely swung with the 9-drop, weighing up my options, realizing that, not being a Kaido player, that's why I misplayed with the leader swing before the 10-drop earlier, what I can just do is hit the -7. -7, critting a life, making either his lethal. Because previously, if I had swung with one of them, he could just let it go through and then block the last one and then kill me next turn. This is not what I wanted to happen, so yeah, we just swing here. And he is not able to get out of it. He's only able to tie 10 with a Gum Gum Rain and a 2K. So that is the game. So let's head over to the closing. I'll give a quick word from my sponsor and then we'll wrap up the video. So let's talk about Mystic TCG, your one-stop shop for all your TCG needs. On the site, you can buy or pre-order plenty of sealed product for plenty of games. Just make sure though, if you're pre-ordering, to give it 3 to 4 months in advance to start looking, because sometimes the product is indeed hot, supply and demand, you know? And then if you want to buy singles, go on tcgplayer.com. There's going to be a link in the description where you can buy for the best value. And if you want to sell cards or collections, you can message them on their Facebook site so you can get the best bang for your buck on any type of way you want to buy or sell cards. And then while you're at it, you can use the code UNIXTCG at checkout to get even more of a discount. So hey, what are you waiting for? Check out Mystic TCG today. So there you go. We had Kaido versus Ivankov. Honestly, there were a lot of times where he was about to put me in the dirt, and the only reason why I survived is because that top deck 10 drop. So in terms of saltiness, I do feel for my homie, because I don't think I should have won that. Like, most of the game I felt on the back foot, and I just happened to rip that 10 drop at the right time. And yes, he did over invest a little bit into it, but I think that was a calculated risk. Like, you can't keep the Ivankov in hand and draw 2 more. You could keep it, but he was trying to accelerate his deck, do what the deck's supposed to do. It's 1 card in hand as Ivankov. He played it on curve, and if I didn't get the 10 drop, I was dead the following turn, like without a doubt. So he played it to the best of his ability. I top decked the 10 drop for absolute momentum change, and then I ended up getting game. So yeah, that kind of sucks on his part, just because who knows, like who knew that was about to happen, but it is what it is. And with that being said, I just wanted to thank you guys for watching. Real quick, I wanted to give a special shout out because I did put up the post about the rig, and I felt like not only is this view better from the top down, but at the same time, it's just so much more sturdy. There wasn't shaking, and I'm very, very happy with that. So real quick, I just want to give a special shout out. We've got the homie Dylan. Yes, by the way, if you top at Carta Magica, I will be glad to have your deck profile on this channel, so just continue to hit me up. Thank you for that. We've also got, he said no credit necessary, but I'm just going to say the mysterious CG. Thank you so much for your donation. You really paved the way, like single-handedly almost. I appreciate it so much. For my other homie, Blessed DePax, I have to say thank you again. You've been watching and commenting very, very much so thank you so much. And then another close friend, the homie Chris from TCG Metals, he also shipped something, and I want to give a happy belated birthday to him as well. When it comes to TCG Metals, there's a whole lot of stuff he's crafting up for One Piece, and I'm going to start showcasing that a lot more on the channel, because we go back to the Dragon Ball days. And yeah, you guys made it possible. I'm going to make a little credit scene where you guys are in there, and thank you guys so much for helping me evolve my just gameplay experience for everybody that watches this channel. So that being said, I hope you guys have a great day. Happy hunting on your black decks. They should be out in the wild today officially, if they haven't been released in like your Targets, your Walmarts sooner than that. And I will be soon having black gameplay. I think that's going to be probably a video that goes up tomorrow. And yeah, thank you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Little update actually, I will be very, very busy. I will be going on the Battle Spirit Saga Road Tour the next couple of weeks. That's going to be on and off, and then shortly after that, actually right after I do my stint in Ohio, I will be hopefully going to Vegas to play in the Battle Spirits launch event. So we're going to have a whole lot of stuff going on, but I will try to stay on top of content as best I can. So thanks, later.